Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So for today's video, I'm going to bring you my defensive build that I use on pro clubs on FIFA 22 pretty much every single day. I've got over 840 games played on FIFA 22 so far, just on pro clubs. So I've got a bit of experience in all that kind of stuff. I know what I'm talking about. I've played a lot of games in defense. And these are the builds that I'll share with you today that I use pretty much every day. So I'm talking about left back, centre back, right back, got wing back as well, maybe like wide mid as well, just to fit it in there a little bit. So if I'm playing in defense, this build that I'll share with you today is the one that I will use. Just to bear it in mind though, I am max level, I'm level 25, which does mean that I've got 100 skill points available, the maximum number, which is an absolute blessing. A hell of a grind. I've spoken about that in a previous video if you want to check that one out. But we got to max level, 100 skill points available. And I understand that some of you guys may not have reached there yet, or may not at all, because it's a massive grind, it takes fucking ages. So if you're not there yet, don't feel disheartened by this video. Kind of use it as a goal or a target, or like look at the traits that I'm using and try and think, okay, when I get this amount of skill points, I'll put it on this trait like Sam has, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Because trust me, I understand the grind is long. Some of you may not even get to level 25, even throughout the whole year. I understand, because obviously not everyone's got all the time in the world. I'm playing on stream on Twitch every single day, playing pro clubs, so I'm going to get to max level pretty naturally. Whereas some of you guys haven't got that luxury of being able to play every single day, and I understand completely. But it's not all about the traits and the skill points, it's also about the height and the weight, and I'll give you the information as we go through the video as well. But if you guys are new and enjoying the content so far, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Support you guys give is incredible. We're flying in 2022. The pro club's on a bloody rise, mate, I'll tell you. So get involved and comment down below as well. How many of you actually play in defense? Because I know a lot of people in pro clubs mainly play attack. It's quite an attacking based game mode, especially in like low numbers, like low man, small man. But when you get 11v11, there's a lot of defenders. So how many of you play in defense? But anyway, enough of all that. Let me show you the build. Let me show you what it's all about. It's actually pretty crazy. So here we are. I see my stats real quick. I've got 840 games played. I've only got one clean sheet because when you play any, the clean sheets don't count towards. It's kind of weird. But anyway, regardless of all that, let me show you the build. We play left wing back, and you can see right here next to me, 5'10", 99 pounds. Now this build is very specific to left back and right back. I wouldn't probably play this build in centre back. It's very specified to the wings. So left back, left wing back, right wing back, and even left mid or right mid in like a three at the back formation. It's unreal for that, I tell you. You get some incredible pace and some incredible passing and dribbling with that as well. The left wing back build is so good for going forward. So if I show you right now the difference between left back and left wing back, I'll change it now, right? But look towards the dribbling and the passing stats specifically, alright? So you've got 81 as a left wing back. You go to left back, it changes it to 80 to 879. So it's a lot less, you know what I mean? So obviously you get the increased 1 in defending. You watch a defending stat go from 92 to 91 when I go back to left wing back. But the benefit you get in passing and dribbling and all this kind of stuff, you can actually get more pace as well. So if you care about pace, you get 1 extra pace when you're in left wing back. But for those reasons, I would use the left wing back build in the wide areas. And then if you go in more central, like centre back for example, I'd probably go full back, like straight just left back or right back. Centre back is decent, you still get a lot of pace. But I feel like, again, if you look at the dribbling and the passing, you want that to be as high as you can. And the defending stat isn't that much different, especially in dribbling. Look, you get 80 dribbling as a left back, whereas at centre back, 74. And you can see the difference instantly. It's crazy. So highly recommend if you're playing centre back and very central, use the full back build. Just because when you're on the ball, I know dribbling isn't everything in defending, but especially when you get the ball at your feet, you want to be able to turn out, pass the ball out, get rid of it. And not get the ball stuck under yourself being an absolute tank in defence. Because centre-back builds, they're pretty good this year. Hence with the pace, you get a lot of pace and great defending. But the rest of it is very lacking. You know what I mean? So if, for that reason alone, I'd use a full-back build. But yeah, enough of all that. Let me get into the traits and show you what I use. First up, we've got physical. And obviously, it's pretty self-explanatory. Let me actually move myself really quick. Alright, we've got some new graphics, by the way. I hope you like it. We got some new 2022 graphics on a refresh. I'm in a new box. It's pretty cool. Anyway, back onto the traits. You can see we got here some strength, some stamina, and all this kind of stuff. Because we are playing fullback with this build, going up and down the wings. It could be used at wide mid as well. It's pretty sick. But because of that, you want stamina. And you want to be able to go up and down that wing constantly for 90 minutes and never run out of puff. We've got a bit of strength as well, a bit of jumping and aggression, just to obviously help defensively. You know, one-on-ones in the air, or just being getting to a ball, winning 50-50 tackles, all this kind of stuff. But moving on to defending, it's pretty self-explanatory again as a defensive build. You're going to max out defending. There is never a bad thing to do when it comes to adding a skill points onto defending as the defender, max it all out, send it basically. Now there are 2 attributes that you should be maxing out as the defender. Obviously one of them is defensive attributes, and the next one after that is pace. We'll get onto that in a minute, but yeah, max out pace, max out defending, you'll be fine. Those are like your foundations as a defender, but moving on to dribbling is when it gets a bit more luxury. Like when you're on the ball, you want to be able to actually have some ability. You don't want to feel like a tank. You know, to do that, you basically add up the balance, add up the dribbling and agility. Doing that will make you feel a bit lighter on the ball, less tanky, less heavy and all this kind of stuff. Make you feel player more responsive as well, is the key word I'd use. It makes your player feel more responsive as you control him. So I recommend doing that, especially in defense. I know it seems kind of backwards adding dribbling as a defender, but trust me, try it, add it on your skill points and all that. And you'll feel the difference immediately, especially when you're using like left back and left wing back builds that have more agility compared to centre back builds. It's just, it's a no-brainer for me. And again, moving on to passing, it's a bit more luxury again, but the passing traits, just a couple of, just a bit of vision, short passing, long passing, nothing too major. But just to make sure that if you're going to make a pass, it hits, especially in defence, you don't want to lose the ball, do you? If you lose the ball as a defender through passing, you're basically going to concede, you know, a turnover and, a transitional phase where it's going to lead to an attack against you. So you don't really want to be doing that, do you? So obviously the passing traits are quite important as a defender, so I've thrown a few on there just to add it up a little bit. We haven't got any shooting traits at all because we don't really get forward as a defender too much. Moving on to the pace, like I said earlier, pretty self-explanatory, but just max it out, max out the pace. The strikers in this game are so damn fast, so you got to be matching them with pace, and thankfully you can. FIFA has allowed defenders this year to catch up to basically anyone. So yeah, you got a lot of pace. Use it. As a defender, go! And then just to clarify, we have no skill points on goalkeeping because it's not worth it. Now moving on to the perks that I use here, we've got basically a straight 3 in front of me here. We've got the ball winner to boost tackling when close to a dribbler. It's pretty self-explanatory again. Just boost tackling as a defender, simple as. Next one, physical strength. Again, pretty self-explanatory being a defender. Now my third perk slot, I've got last defender. It's a decent perk. It basically is something that is always active. Because I feel like a lot of the perks in this game, especially I'll show you now, right? They're, increases defending attributes in the final 50 minutes plus extra time. But for the previous, like 75 minutes of the game, the perk is inactive. Whereas at least with the one I've got, you can see here we've got last defender, it's active all the time. If you're looking for something a bit more attacking, a bit more forward, I'd probably go precision pass or threaded pass, one of those two as like a passing trait, just to get yourself in a, attacking situation, progress the ball forward. And that's pretty much my build. I may fluctuate, like I said before, with left back, maybe even like 6 foot as well. If I was going for a centre back build, like playing left back and centre back, this is what I'd probably do, 6 foot at left back. Depending on your centre-back partners, how you want to talk to them and try and like navigate. Are you going to both be tall, one short, one tall, one medium height, one giant height kind of thing, just to cover all bases in defence. But yeah, 6 foot at left back is great. Even at 6'2", you still get 91 pace next to me right there. It's crazy fast. But yeah, left back, left wing back. I'd probably go 5'10", a bit shorter, like I said, because you're a bit more attacking, a bit more up and down the pitch. But yeah, there's my build. That's what I use. I like it. But there it is, my defensive build that I use every single time that I'm playing in defense on pro clubs. I'm using that build that I just shared with you. So thank you all for watching, coming through to this far in the video. Much appreciated. I hope the build helps you out as well. Let me know in the comments if it does. If you do try anything or want me to try anything in particular as well, let me know. Like, hey Sam, try this out, try this height, try this weight, try these traits, all this kind of stuff. Give me some feedback, let me know. But as always, I want to thank you all for watching. Much appreciated as always. Truly, truly incredible. We're smashing 2022. We're fully out here. And I hope you guys are enjoying the videos, enjoying the content. I'll be live on Twitch where I am basically every single day, playing some pro clubs, a bit of F1 as well if you're about that life. But yeah, take it easy. Thank you all as always. Have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Adios, amigos.